Hello and welcome to part one of the practical guide to the Surface Pro 4, sourcing your Surface. So we're going to take it a few methods that you can use to buy a Surface and all the pros and cons of doing so, one method versus another. So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, I would say there's three ways to source your Surface. Method one would be purchasing it through an online retailer. Method two is buying it in store in a Best Buy or a Microsoft store. So the third way to buy this thing I'll get to a little bit later in the video. It may not be for everyone, but it could save you a substantial amount of cash. So let's compare online versus in-store. If you buy it right now, the Surface Pro 4, there's a $100 off promotion, and most of the online retailers are honoring this $100 off that Microsoft is offering. So right now, if the price of the Surface Pro 4 model that you want is $799, you're going to pay $799 on Amazon. And that's assuming you live in a state where Amazon doesn't charge you tax. So that's the method we're going to look at. The best way, just comparing online versus in-store, if you are a student, you need to purchase it in-store because you'll get a student discount that is going to most likely, I think in all states, is going to offset any tax that you might be paying. So what I've done is I've taken just the flat tax rate across the board of the whole United States. So you can do your own figuring, but this will give you a rough estimate. I just estimated average tax in any state is about 7.5%. And there's the comparison in the price. So you can look at this table, find the model you're looking for, and see what the cheapest method is for you to purchase it, whether that's online, in a Microsoft store with a student discount, in a Microsoft store because you want it today. Another thing that you should take into account, though, is you're buying a large ticket item and you should be using some sort of credit card or cashback promotion that is going to get you a little bit extra money back on this thing. You should be able to, you can maybe through an Amazon Visa or any sort of rewards credit card that you may own, you can usually get 3% cash back on these things. If you don't have a credit card that has rewards on it, you can still take advantage of something like Fat Wallet cashback rewards or something like that. Be sure to take advantage of it because it is such a large dollar item. So let's take a look at compare the online versus in-store with a student discount, all with the cashback applied. So here's what you could expect to pay bottom line versus in those three different methods. So there you go. Now let's talk about the third and final option for purchasing this thing. And if you're not comfortable or have never heard of Bitcoin, and you don't want to know about Bitcoin, you can stop this video right now. But if you are interested in learning how Bitcoin works or want to know how you can save some money using Bitcoin, there's a service called Purse.io. Purse.io lets you choose your discount, and people will actually buy the item you're looking for you at a discounted rate, and you pay them in the equivalent amount of Bitcoin. Now, if you immediately at the time you sell them your Bitcoin, you then buy more Bitcoin at the same time they purchase it, you can get pretty decent discounts on many different ticket items. This is the method I've used many times to save a lot of money. A lot of times, it's almost like an auction site. You put the deal you're looking to receive, the item you want and what you're willing to pay for it. And then if someone says, yeah, I'll buy that for you, then your Bitcoin goes into escrow. And then as soon as someone says, yeah, I'd be willing to buy that for them, it will show up at your house. And the second you receive it, you acknowledge, I have received the item. And at that point, the Bitcoin is released. It's really secure. I've never lost any money doing this. I've had some people buy something and then it doesn't actually get there, or it gets returned, or they're trying something shady, but it never actually has come back to harm me just because of the way this is set up. You only pay once you actually receive the item in your hand, and you can name your own discount. You're guaranteed a 5% discount, like right off the bat. You could do that instantly. If you want a deeper discount, you can kind of name your discount as you go. And getting a 30% discount, if you're willing to wait a few days, is not any big thing on there actually. But you're pretty much guaranteed a 20% to a 25% discount pretty much within a day or two, is what I found. The larger ticket items, if you're going for the i7 with 512 gigabytes and 16 gigs of RAM, there's maybe not a lot of people who have that type of cash sitting around that they're ready to buy Bitcoin with. So you may have to wait longer. But this is an option for you if you really want to save a lot of money. I mean, you can get that M3. If you get the 25% discount on that, it's $599 that you're paying for a Surface Pro 4, which is pretty incredible. So I hope that this video has helped you realize the best method, the cheapest method for you to acquire a Surface Pro 4, so you can follow along with these videos, right? But in general, I'll leave this chart up here that will show you the cheapest price you could expect to pay. And let's talk about one more thing, Microsoft Complete. Do you need Microsoft Complete? That is a good question. That's kind of a personal decision. If you are just getting the M3, you may be willing to risk possibly breaking it at some point. Keep in mind, you still have a warranty on this device. It's, if something goes wrong with it that's not your fault, Microsoft will replace it for you. And I've heard actually great things about the customer service in the Microsoft stores if you have issues. I mean, if you drop it and shatter the screen, I don't think there's a whole lot they can do for you. But if it breaks and the memory goes bad, or the CPU starts blue screening on you a whole bunch and you don't know what's going on, they'll replace it for you pretty easily there at the Microsoft store. But if you have Microsoft Complete, you can actually drop it on the ground, crack it, and you'll get a brand new one. So the $150 for just the M3 edition that you only paid maybe $700, $799 for, it might not be worth it. But if you are going for the larger ticket, over $2,000 item, percentage-wise, it may be worth it to protect your investment. So, personal decision. Be sure to register for that right after you buy your device so you're still eligible. And anyways, if you are going the route of buying this online, the cheapest method without using a purse or Bitcoin, I've put some Amazon links in the bottom of this video. So if you are going to purchase on Amazon, please use those links. It will get me a little kickback for helping you out on deciding the method to purchase this. And thanks for watching this video. In the next practical guide to the Surface Pro 4 series, we're going to look at which is the model for you. Do you want the M3, the i5, or the i7? So we're going to take a look at that in episode 2. So stay tuned, subscribe. Don't forget to enter our contest for a Surface Pro 4 type cover. That is available right here on the video that's on your screen. And thanks for watching. If you have any of your own ideas on how you can save money when you're purchasing your Surface Pro 4, post a comment in this video and help each other out. Thanks for watching.